You get the pen
Fancy.
too? Yeah, yeah.
I gotta give it back.
Probably, yeah.
All right.
For sure. Pens are endangered species, and I can't write with
Y'all
these.
live on Facebook.
Here we
Ooh,
go.
On YouTube.
act accordingly.
Live. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, social media.
Oop. You want me to move?
So you're good. You're good.
2 minutes. Stand by.
Oh.
I know. I'm gonna take it to 10:02.
You saw this story. I don't know what I'm gonna do at red lights now.
Yeah.
I mean, what is a red light for? I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I have to look out the window, look at the birds. Yeah, so I didn't know all this time we've been in our open window of of warnings. So now it's time to get tickets starting June 5th.
We've been in a 12-month warning phase, which ends on June 5th, 2026. So you meant that to be 2025.
I did mean that to be 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, because a cop said that to me. I'm like, people know about this.
When does the Paul Miller law go into effect?
No, he's going there with Justin.
25.
Okay.
30 seconds. Standing by.
You're ready? I'm ready. Let's do it.
So many ads. Jesus.
Trying to squeeze every nickel out of a minute.
That happens when you turn the app on. You got to go through an hour of commercials before you hear any radio.
Here we go. Great show.
This program has been paid for by MyPhillyLawyer. Good morning. Court radio is now in session. Call 215-227-2727. When you've got legal questions, we've got the answers. This is Court Radio. And now here's your host, Dean Weitzman.
Good morning, Philadelphia. Yes, sirree. It's Saturday morning, and it's Dean Weitzman, your host of My Philly Lawyers Court Radio. Wow, that's a mouthful. We're right here on 100.3 WRNB and Classics.
1079.
That's all right. I wind him up. He goes. Good morning, Manuel.
Morning, Dean.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Court Radio. We got a great show for you today. I'm telling you, if you need a house, you
This the
better
one.
stop. You better stop whatever you're doing and listen to this show in its entirety.
This the one.
Yep. You know, like in Oprah, she gives away cars.
You get a car? Well,
You-
just you get a house?
You get a house.
You get a house.
You get a house.
You get a house.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
man.
It's the real deal. But before we get there, let's talk about a new law that's going into effect. Right here in Pennsylvania, a new law officially known as Paul Miller's Law bans the use of handheld devices while driving.
I'm with this.
I'm glad you are. Starting June the 5th, 2025, this includes cell phones, even when stopped at a red light. Penalties, 12-month warning phase ends now on June 25th. On June 5th, 2025, it ends. So we've been in a warning phase. I've not gotten warned yet.
I didn't know, by the way. I had no clue.
Penalties include a $50 fine along with court costs and fees. Primary offense. This means police can stop a driver for having a mobile device in their hand while driving. They do not need to have another reason to stop you. This could be the reason you're stopped. There may be other things that the cop might want to look into.
After you're stopped.
After you're stopped.
Yeah, man.
So this could open the door to having probable cause to do a search of your car.
Just because you have a phone.
Because you have a phone, that's the reason you got stopped, and then you got stopped, and maybe you act a little weird, or maybe
they smell something
emanating.
Something's in the back seat.
And then all of a sudden, this little $50 ticket might turn into losing your license, going to jail, who knows. So the point I'm making is, I don't care who you are, if you've got the device in your hand, if your eyes are focused down on the device, you're going to give the police yet another reason to stop you. Do not do it. As of now, I would suggest you get into the habit of leaving your cell phone maybe in the glove box.
And wait. You can't have it. Don't leave it on the seat. Don't leave it in the cradle.
I know me.
The cradle.
I know me. If it's in reach of my hands, there's a chance I'm going to grab it. Maybe we stopped at a red light, but that's enough. You can't even do it there. And so I might not be able to control myself.
Can you just, your assistant, in my case it's Siri, make a call without touching it, Dean? You can't
hands-free, yes.
Hands-free, that's what I'm talking about. Hands-free.
Yeah. Hands-free, you're good to go.
Right.
But a lot of people I know are like using it like a portable laptop, so they're reading their emails at red lights.
Well, I don't think you're going to have enough law enforcement to enforce it. Everyone's got a phone. There's going to be so many folks pulled over. Potentially.
Those state police.
Yeah.
They're running amok in Philly. They're running amok. They will grab you. They will take your phone from you, and they will ticket you up.
Let me tell you something. You're right. I've seen more stadies in city more so than ever before, like in town.
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. And where they, I don't know. They're
so
coming.
This is going to happen for sure. June 5th, it begins.
It does. It does. And so I warn my listeners, don't be that person. Keep the cell phones out of reach, and just learn a new way to live.
All right. As an attorney, do you sense lawsuits coming forth because of this?
No.
None at all?
Nope. Are you asking me, is this going to be like declared, unconstitutional?
Illegal search and seizure. I don't know.
Once the door is open, when they stop you for this ticket, it's free game.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
Yeah. Just don't do it.
It's going to be hard for folks to wean themselves off of this day.
Yeah. Well, the law is named after a 21-year-old who was killed in a crash caused by a distracted driver. And come on, I see it. I'm representing people who have been maimed and broken. And you see it with like a rear end accident. No longer do you even touch your brakes. The car just comes wailing into the rear of my client, never having touched their brakes. I know they were on their phone. I mean, there's no other reason.
I see it everywhere, every light. I know elected officials can't stay off while they're driving. I know judges who can't stay off while they're driving. I mean, I've seen it. I'm calling you all out. Y'all best be careful.
Yeah, well, we all have done it. I have done it, and we have to stop.
Have to.
Because people are dying out there because of it. 215-227-2727 if you have something to say about that or any legal question. You are welcome to give us a call today, 215-227-2727. And if you're watching us live on YouTube, on My Philly Lawyers channel, you should, and this is now going to become a regular part of the show. If your preference is to watch the show as opposed to listen, you can go to My Philly Lawyer's YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search for My Philly Lawyer. You'll find us live on that channel right now. You get to watch, and you can post your questions there as well. 215-227-2727, the number for all things legal in Philly. All right, let's get around to the important topic of the day. I have a young man here who is just dying to tell you about a new program that's going to get you into a house. Welcome to the show, Sean Conroy. It's been a long time coming. I've been looking to get you on, but, you've had stage fright, and now you're here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sean is a realtor in Philadelphia, and I say he helped me to buy a house at the shore. And so, Sean, first of all, where do you work, and how long you been doing it, and what's it all about?
I'm with the Keller Williams and Power office in Philadelphia on the Summers team. I've been a realtor in Philadelphia for 20 years
Why?
because I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is to love about being a realtor?
Well, when I first started out, I dealt with a lot of first-time home buyers.
Uh-huh.
And helping a buyer buy the house for the first time is my favorite part of real estate.
Yeah, that must be very rewarding to put somebody into their own place, a place you can call your own. You don't have to ask permission to paint or to fix it up, and you have a sense of security there.
No one can tell you got to move because they decide to sell their property. And it's the first big purchase of someone's life usually.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on right now that brings you to the show? What kind of program can my listeners tap into that would put them in a house? Because most of these people, a lot of people think it's outside of their reach.
Right.
It's just too big a task
They see
to do
interest rates and the process you have to go through just to be awarded a house. The word I'm looking for. Just to qualify, rather. All the things you have to show prior to. I mean,
Credit score,
all of
that stuff.
Yeah.
What do you got going on that's going to change that?
So I'm here to talk about the Turn the Key program with the city of Philadelphia. I work for a developer, the River Wards Group, and we are building homes on land bought from the land bank in Philadelphia for a project called Turn the Key. Turn the Key homes are priced anywhere from $280 down to $250, and the city, through PHDC and the land bank, is giving buyers up to $85,000 to put down on the house. So you're looking at the average sales price of a house in Philly is $300,000 or over. With the buy downs that the program's giving you, we have buyers looking at mortgages based on like $183,000.
Let's talk about numbers for a second. Okay, so first of all, where are these homes?
They're only in Philadelphia, so no Delco, no Monaco, no Bucks County. This is a strictly Philadelphia program. They're all over the city. We have properties in Port Richmond, Grace Ferry. We have a big project coming up in Strawberry Mansion, and there's other developers that are involved with the program are doing it.
Are these brand new houses?
These are brand new construction houses.
Not refurbished homes.
No.
No sheriff sales.
No, they're all vacant lots from the land bank of Philadelphia. So not only is it great for the first-time home buyers and for working people, it's also great for the city as well. It's scooping up vacant lots that usually do not attract the best attention. So it's making the city better and people's lives better.
It's unbelievable. So you have a brand new home. Somebody can get into that house that may have cost $280 for almost $100,000 less. How much money do they need to bring to the table in order to do this?
It depends. It depends on their credit score, what they get. So you can get a conventional loan as low as 620, and what credit score I'm talking, and then an FHA loan as low as 580. So 580, you're going to bring a little bit more money to the table. But if you have good credit, there are grants on top of grants on top of grants on top of grants. I've had people buy houses with a few $100s. I've had people buy houses with $2,000 of their own money.
Are they still in those homes is the question, and how those homes holding up? That's the
yeah.
next question.
Oh, yeah. So I've been doing this for over a year.
Right.
We had 15 houses on the 2200 block of East William Street, which is like the Port Richmond area. And all 14 people are still in the house. They have block parties a couple times a month. It's like amazing to see.
And what did the average person on that street pay to get into their house?
Less than $2,000.
Less than. And what's their credit score have to be?
Yeah.
The minimum for FHA is 580, which if you can get to 620, it's better to go conventional. Less money out of pocket.
That's a big universe. 580 to 620. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, no, that's not hard to get.
No, it's not at all.
I mean, even I, at the lowest part of my credit history,
Look on your face. Even
when nobody wanted to lend me nothing, I had like a low 600 credit score.
Okay.
And I didn't pay anybody on time, ever. They would understand.
You're not alone.
Yeah,
You are not alone.
yeah. I mean, I've since improved. I've learned how to respect credit now, and
It developed over time with you,
yes,
but it took a
yeah,
moment.
yeah. Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. So it's not something I learned as a kid in my house. That wasn't like a part of the ABCs. Was not learning how to use money and care for it and take care of your credit.
All right, I'll go there. It sounds too good to be true. What's the catch?
So here's the catch. The catch is if you're buying a house for $280,000, Turnkey is going to give you $75,000 to put down in a down payment, and another $10,000 through the Philly first front door. So, like I said, the goal of the program is to get buyers into homes, improve blocks in the city, replace that vacant land. So the catch is that money becomes like a soft second mortgage on your house that you don't pay on.
Which money?
The 80,
the initial rate. Okay.
The if the 280 home, the total would be 85,000.
That's the figure.
That's the figure. That 85,000 is a soft second mortgage on a home that you do not pay on. After 15 years, it starts to be forgivable. After 20 years, it's totally forgivable.
So you have to stay in.
You have to live in the house. You
For
can't.
20
You
years.
can't be a landlord. I'd buy 5 of them.
You can't flip a house.
You can't flip a house.
No, you can't. You can't flip it.
You can't make any alterations to rent it out, space, a room here, or for a college student or anything like that, or.
That gets into a whole different thing.
Right, but this is what folks think.
That gets into whether your home is zoned for
properly.
multifamily, and that's got nothing to do with this program. You have to get around that issue. But
If I want to add another tier to the house, like so many folks are doing, in the neighbors you mentioned, 3 stories become a deck on top. Is that allowable? If it's zoned properly, I guess. Right?
sure,
Yeah. Only
You own
This is my house.
You
Yeah.
own the house
it's
in
your house.
fee simple. That means that
Got it.
it's yours for the ever and ever. But you have to live there. You cannot flip the house. Can you rent the house out?
No.
You cannot rent the house out.
There are stipulations.
Yes, that's the.
They
What's
want
yours? Go on.
a stable neighborhood.
That's what they're trying to build.
Yeah.
That's the
Exactly.
idea behind it.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you intend to live in your home, now even if you're, let's say, your age, okay, without giving away your age,
Right.
you may
Out of the 60s. yeah.
you may say, well, what if I don't live 20 years?
That was my next question.
What
if you don't live
happens?
20 years?
Then it's your estate's problem.
Right, and it will go to your next family member, and as long as they qualify for the income restrictions and stuff, then they could take it on.
So this is a Saul show for that.
Yeah,
answer,
but the point is, you're getting $85,000 on a $280,000 home. You're getting $85,000 to put down as a down payment. How much is if that Manuel wants to buy a house? What's he got to come up with every month if he's got a $185,000 mortgage on his $280,000 home?
So for your 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, finished basement, new construction home with a 10-year tax abatement, 1-year builder warranty, 15-year roof warranty, you could pay anywhere from $1,200 to $1,400 to $1,500 a month. Average is $1,353. That's less than most rents in these areas.
How's that sound, Manuel? Well,
Again, it sounds too good to be true. I know folks paying
It's-
much more than that for a smaller place, for apartments.
it's not too good to be true. I'm telling you, it's a real deal. You can qualify. 580 credit score.
And by me, folks,
580.
I am playing devil's advocate for all of you. He's not personally talking about me. I am all of you in one.
580.
580 can get you in these homes. 15 years, you said 15 to 20. 15, it begins to dissipate that
Right.
initial 85,000. Now, here's my question: the FHA loan, on top of the 85,000, whatever total the FHA loan is. So we're talking a total of, you said two, what did you say again? Give me that figure.
183.
Okay. And the only thing that has to be paid back, the only thing that goes away is the $85,000 if you stay there for 20 years.
Yep.
If you pass away and it's left to your children, does it roll over, or do the children now start a new 20 years?
They have to qualify for it.
They have to qualify for
Yeah.
it.
I believe it rolls over. I mean, clearly we're in like year 2 of this, so we haven't gotten that far yet. But
Thank God.
Yeah.
Nobody's kicked the bucket. Derek, let's talk to Rob on line 1. Oh, Rob, welcome
First call.
to Court Radio.
I hate that sound.
Okay, well, Rob was asking on the cell phone law, what is there to stop a police officer from saying they saw a phone in your hand when you didn't have one?
Dash cam?
Well, I mean,
He's
listen, that's possible at any time for any stop. You didn't wear your seatbelt. We saw your light out as he smashes your light. I mean, if you're asking, can police, abuse this law? Yes, they can,
And some probably will.
and some may in fact do that. But you save yourself if you don't have the cell phone in the compartment. If it's sitting in the glove box, then I think
This is going to be like, he had a gun. No, I didn't. Then
Yeah.
they plant a gun.
Yeah.
He had a phone. No, I didn't. Then they plant a phone.
that while I can't say that doesn't happen, that's not what this is about.
Okay.
Don't give yourself up to an honest cop who's stopping you for a real reason, i.e. you had the phone in your hand. Don't allow yourself to be that guy who now has his well-being is in the hands of somebody else. He's got to ask now a favor. I didn't realize it. Please let me go. No. And then the cop says, well, I smell something. Let me get out of the car. Let me start searching. Just keep the phones out of your hands, and you'll be all right.
I just see a lot of legalities. I see a lot of lawsuits coming. I just do.
Yeah, well.
A lot of injustice. All right, we'll see.
There's
Good
also,
thing we talked about it. 'Cause I
How
don't think
about
most
this?
folks knew.
How about this? There also could be a lot less people dying from
No, I agree with you.
people getting whacked by a car that his eyes are down in
No,
his
I agree.
lap.
I hear you.
All right. 215-227-2727. We're talking to Sean Conroy, realtor to the stars in Philadelphia. Sean is hosting Court Radio today, and he has got a program that you may find unbelievable.
Yeah.
You can get into a $280,000 house in Philadelphia for about $1,350 and a couple grand down. That's saving some lunch money for a year. You could have a house in Philadelphia.
Devil's advocate question. These houses are by the same realtor group, correct? The same group of agents or developers. They look similar. They all probably look the same, cookie cutter type of thing.
So that there are different developers. There's a handful of developers that
Okay.
are connected in with the city. I represent the Riverwards group. So
I got you.
yeah.
Riverwards, folks, literally is the river. The neighborhoods along the river.
Yes.
Is really that's what it means. Yeah.
How many of these houses eventually will there be in Philadelphia under the current program?
The mayor wants to keep going with it. So thousands.
Miss Parker.
Thousands.
So hold on again.
How many are in inventory
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah,
Like I've
yeah.
got listeners who I'm sure are going to be wanting to
Look at the
take
list.
advantage of it. Where is the list for them to look at these houses?
They can go to the Turnkey website, and that'll list all of the houses. If you go to PHTC website, turn the key link, and they'll list where all the houses are, and then they're different.
You can
neighborhoods.
shop around like anywhere else and say, hey, that's the one I want.
Yep. You got to go through the turnkey counseling. It takes a little while to go through.
What's a little
the city
while?
program. If you're doing everything right, have all your forms in 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
How do they get in touch with you if
Yeah.
they want to get you your help in this process?
You can call me directly on my cell phone. It's 215-479-3021. Or you can come see me live today at an open house.
Where?
Where?
I will be at 11 a.m. I will be at 3019 Martha Street, 19134.
Is that out by the river?
Port Richmond.
Sounds like it. Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll also be at 2050 East William Street between 1 and 2. So I'll be at 3019 Martha from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And then 2050 East William between 1 and 2 p.m.
Are you going to
today.
change? He'll be easy to spot, guy. Check. Look for the Phillies hat
I
in the
rolled,
red.
I rolled this like this.
Okay.
I am who I am.
Okay.
Are these homes that you're going to be at today a part of this program?
Yes.
What are their sales prices?
So Martha Street is $265. Again, that's a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, finished basement, 10-year tax abatement. I have 19 homes on that block.
Okay, Sean, I got to ask the question. This is some of those areas where there's been drug problems and drug issues up there. Are these homes in those neighborhoods?
Those neighborhoods surround that neighborhood,
Okay.
so they're not far off. But that neighborhood in particular, in between Somerset, Allegheny, in between Frankfurt and Aramingo, the most development in the city is going on. I have investors that aren't buying properties anywhere right now. They're buying properties there.
Okay.
Wow.
It came up.
Yeah. I mean, it's for somebody who never thought they'd have a chance to get into a house, this is unbelievable because for a couple $1,000s down and a whole lot of money being given to you by the city of Philadelphia and others, you get into a house where you're paying less than you are for your apartment.
And
I mean,
less
that doesn't. I mean,
space.
that's crazy.
Getting a whole house for less money,
He said finished basement.
which is huge right now because we all got a flooded basement after yesterday.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. This is incredible. I hope people that are listening take advantage of it. I mean, it really can change somebody's life. I mean, you started by talking about, how you got into real estate and how rewarding it was to be able to provide somebody with a home that they never thought they'd have. This is that. This is that.
Another question: a person can a person buy? You can't flip it, but can you buy more than one?
No, you have to be a first-time home buyer, or you have to not have owned a home in the last 3 years. So if you've owned a home before, it's been 5 years, 3 or 4 years, 3 years, you can buy, or you need to be a first-time
So
home
it's
buyer.
3 years or more before you can apply.
Yeah.
Three years
Yes.
of if you are a prior
Prior
homeowner,
right.
Yeah,
right?
of not owning.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which isn't hard.
What if
because
you were a
probably a lot of
co-signer,
people-
or for any loans, or if you?
Yeah, I
If
mean,
you're part of
if you're a couple,
Yeah.
it's fine. But then you just got to worry about the income level. So let me go over that a little bit. So maximum income for one person would be 82,000, and then it goes up as you add people into the household.
Well, what's a husband
Yeah,
and wife?
husband,
What
yeah,
a couple?
So you're a couple. The maximum income is 91,800. It's actually a little bit more than that, but that's what it does push the averages up a little bit by a couple grand. So it might be like 94,000. So, but if you have a family of 5, with kids, you can make up to 123,900 total.
A family of 5, almost 100 and quarter. 215-227-2727. I've got callers on the line, but folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with Sean Conroy to talk about how you can get into a house when you thought you never would, and a lot of other things. Stay tuned. We'll be right back in 2 minutes.
It's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Well, Sean, that's half a show.
Sean, you may see me today, man.
Where you going?
I might come over and take a look.
Oh, my God. Fucking addict.
I got a golf range in Strawberry Mansion. Man, that'd be great if you found a house there. Sam's. On there.
So how easy and turnkey was getting us onto the YouTube? Dion.
Say it again.
How
That was
easy?
good.
Yeah?
Good, because we waited 24
That's
hours
right.
already.
Okay.
We did that last
Yeah.
week, so when I did it, boom, like it's like.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes in right now. We're doing great. We got a question.
We got a question. Go ahead.
You want to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Bonita Lyle says, is it okay to still use your phone for traveling for your GPS?
Yes, you can, but it has to be mounted on a thing. It just can't be in your hand.
Right.
Well, that was in the article. Did you guys mention something about one of the places, I guess, where people can move into Strawberry Mansion.
30 seconds. Stand
He's
by.
asking about with the crime in Strawberry.
Yeah, well, the realtors aren't going to do anything about the crime. Talk
didn't
about the
think so.
police.
I like Barbara's question a lot. Is that the one with Mia with the daughter? So the daughter was dating a guy, and but the other woman
30.
involved in the situation sent out the revenge porn on her. So she wants to know, does the daughter take recourse against the other woman?
I have no experience with that. I mean, if it's true,
10 seconds. Stand
true.
by.
But you can't. If it's revenge porn, you can't send that somebody else's video.
How did she get it?
She went to the guy's phone. The other woman.
So the guy has a problem with it too. I don't know.
We're back, everybody.
Need more legal answers? Here's more Court Radio with your host, Dean Weitzman.
Good morning and welcome back. I am your host. Every Saturday morning right here on Court Radio, Dean Weitzman will guide your way. If you've got a legal issue or question, give us a call at 215-227-2727. The number for all things legal in Philly. Hey, we're back.
Good show.
Yeah, we've got a great show going, but we're also, this is our kind of our inaugural run on YouTube Live for MyPhillyLawyer. So, folks, if you prefer to watch the show as opposed to listening, you can catch us on the MyPhillyLawyer YouTube channel. Just surf over to the MyPhillyLawyer YouTube channel. You can see us, watch the studio, and ask your questions. And in honor of our first question on YouTube Live, is it still possible to use your handheld device for purposes of GPS? And the answer is yes,
That's a
as
good
long
question.
as it's not in your hand.
Even in the cradle.
In the cradle, you set it up before you leave. You're using it as a mapping device. It's talking to you or showing you, and it's in the cradle, not in your hand. That's the key here. Do not have it in your hand.
We're in the ride share time of life. So, yeah, that's important.
Yeah. As long as it's not in your hand, it's in the cradle, you're cool. And I thank my listener or watcher for their first YouTube Live question. Let's see how many people we can get on YouTube Live as we move along. My Philly Lawyers YouTube Live channel, and brought to you by Manuel Glenn.
Nobody did hair and makeup today, folks, by the way. Dean
Yeah.
was the only one that knew. I just want you guys to know.
I showered in everything this
Everything.
morning.
Deodorant,
Yeah.
too. Thank God for deodorant.
All right, we are joined in the studio by my friend Sean Conroy. Sean's a realtor in the city of Philadelphia, and he has a program that will knock your socks off. Give us the highlights one more time, Sean.
Program is called the program is called Turn the Key. It's for
I don't like that. I do not. I want to just say, turn the key. I think it should be just turnkey. You know, that's a phrase.
Isn't it
that
already- it
means
might-
like you
It might
just
already be a patent.
you just walk in and you take possession of the place. It's turnkey.
Turnkey-
Why do they put
turnkey ready.
the in there? I don't like that at all. But all right, listen.
Y'all listening.
Nobody's marketing like, Weitzman. So
They're like nuggeted is a thing everywhere right
yeah,
now.
that
Nuggeted.
we created our own word here. Did you know that?
now.
Nuggeted.
Nuggeting. Yeah, we are nuggeting. That
Right
means
now.
we are giving out little nuggets of gold information.
$500 million
Yeah,
of it
so-
for free.
This term nuggeting is owned by MyPhillyLawyer. My competitors, they love to jump on the bandwagon. I'm Philly Lawyer. I'm the lawyer.
Yeah, but they didn't win. What was that award again?
Gold, baby.
Oh, yeah. that's
Gold.
right. None of them won that.
Philly's favorite personal injury
sorry, say it again.
firm.
Say it again.
Gold.
There you go.
I got my gold medal. Gold, yeah. And then it's not even one and done. We've been medalists every year that the Inquirer's been doing this. I love my people, and my people love me back. So
Tribe
it
is real,
works.
y'all. Y'all just don't know.
Yeah. All right. We brought you this guy, Sean Conroy, and Sean's got a program to get you into a house for like free. I mean, might as well be free, and put some money down for you, and eventually throw that free gift away. I mean, not ask you for a nickel back if you stay in the property. It's yours.
You can sell it.
You can sell it, but if you sell it within the first 15
to 20 years.
you got to pay that money back. But listen, if you bought a property for 280 G's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're in it for 5 years, and all of a sudden that property's worth 350, and you want to move on up.
It's worth it.
Right? Then you just have to make sure that you know, when the money comes back in, you take care of the mortgage. That's not a, I mean, you know, I can see people doing that.
Nothing's better than a house to leverage with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
if
it's
you've-
another opportunity.
If you've made 50 or 60 grand in increased value in your house, and you want to move on to a different neighborhood or whatever, yeah, that's your option to do.
Sean, who do you see applying this? More young people or couples or any particular?
Yeah, what's the demographics of the
demographic
people
on
on
this
that
right
street you mentioned? You got 14 families. What are they?
Yeah, how diverse or not? What's going on?
It's very diverse.
Okay.
I've had on that block, I had a 22-year-old buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like a 68-year-old buy a house.
Really? It's wide range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's couples, a lot of single moms on that house, on that block.
I'm not near
actually.
the subway or anything, am I? Every day, like the Blues Brothers, a train going by my house.
No,
I'm
not
just
on,
messing with
not on top of you, but less than a 5-minute walk to get the one, though.
you. So it's plenty of public transportation.
Really easy for public transportation.
All right. Are there places in that area, shop, whatever?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and of course, there's DoorDash and everything, but I'm saying there are eateries and within walking distance of this place.
Yeah, especially the Port Richmond one. There's
Okay.
ShopRite, Target, Lowe's, Home Depot.
Oh, yeah,
Everything,
really?
everything you need right there.
Okay.
It's where I go shop in all those spots.
Oh, yeah.
What's the average person pay to get into that house?
$2,000 or less.
$2,000 or less. Wow. $2,000 or less. And they're paying how much a month?
Anywhere from $1,200 to $1,600, but the average is $1,350, and the average buyer makes $45,000 a year.
That's not hard to do.
There are folks right now listening who are going, wow, I can do this.
45.
I know there are.
45,000 a year. Credit score of about 600.
As low as 580, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can move into a house
Brand new.
where you're paying less than you'd pay for an apartment.
Built with good materials. These aren't prefab houses that are going to blow in the wind and just go up in a fire. They're,
No.
this is good stuff.
Yeah.
These houses are, I mean, you know, I'm assuming people get insurance on them.
Yeah, that's the next question.
Yeah, you have to get homeowners insurance when you have a mortgage.
But that is that all included in the when you say the average payment, that $1,353, that includes everything, all in.
That's everything. That's your mortgage payment, your insurance. That's everything. That's your monthly payment to pay.
Again, sounds too good to be true, but it is.
I want to see you do it.
Why me, D?
I want to. I want to see if it works.
Oh, I'm going to be the guinea pig.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this is our first YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Let's do it then. I will be the guinea pig. If it can work for me,
It can work for
it
anyone.
can work for anybody. But I'm not as bad as he is making out, y'all. Y'all need to know that. Y'all just need to know that.
Okay.
But all right, well, let's do it. Let's make it a thing. Let's see. I'll go through the process. Everyone get on with me.
So
we'll walk through it.
What does he have to do to begin this process?
Manuel's going to live in one of our houses on Clifford Street in Strawberry Mansion.
Yeah, near the
that's
driving
where I'm gonna put
range,
him.
Strawberry Green driving range.
So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to register for an account on the Turnkey website.
Okay.
You have to register for an account. You got to fill out the application, an interest form. Then you're going to watch a webinar for first-time home buyers to get your first-time home buyer certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Once you do that, you're going to upload that to your portal on the Turnkey site that you created, and you're going to upload all of your income docs, your pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns. Once that's done, you'll be contacted by the city from the Turnkey program, and you'll meet one-on-one with a counselor. And you'll have to go through some first-time home buyer housing counseling with the city.
That's it.
That's all.
Then you're in.
And then once he's in, he then gets in touch with you?
Yeah, once you signed up for the Turnkey program, you'll start getting the automatic emails from them about where all the open houses are. So you're going to come to the open houses to see the product.
All right, Dean. You just put me out there like that. All right.
I think you should try it.
You
I
want
think
me
it
to
would
try
be
it?
fun. Yeah.
You think it would be fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a fear as a potential first time?
I'll tell you.
As a potential first time home buyer.
Well, I didn't own a home before, and I'm in that grace period now after 3 years of not owning a home.
Right. So what's the fear?
I'll tell you what the fear. You don't want to get.
You don't want to get turned down.
You don't want to get locked into an area that could potentially turn into something bad. You feel me?
No.
Well, you don't have that problem, Mister. I'm wealthy.
What you mean? The neighborhood goes.
What if the neighborhood goes south? And right now, I know my city, man. I've lived in 8 different zip codes. I know the mansion. I know Port Richmond. I can walk. I know my way around. There are some seedy areas, right? And I want to make sure.
Okay, but dude, if you put nothing down, what are you losing?
I hear you, Dean.
If you want to get up and go, you could sell the house.
Are these row homes? Are they twins? How connected am I to the next person?
The row homes.
I don't necessarily like row homes. That's the other thing.
yeah.
The neighbor's problems are your problems.
Right.
You hear them. I don't want to hear them. I don't want them to hear me.
Right.
I want privacy. I'm a Scorpio. I love privacy.
Do you have privacy now?
Right now, I'm lucky because I have no one on either side of me.
Vacant houses.
Yeah, they're all being rehabbed, but nothing's going on right now. And I'm not going to lie to you. I hate where I live. I hate the congestion. I love my neighbors, great people, but I hate the closeness and the parking, things like that. They irritate me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could do it again, but I mean, I grew up for 20 years in a row house.
Okay.
You know, so I heard the next door neighbor beating his wife. I mean, I heard the kids screaming and hollering.
Right.
And, you know,
Now, I've done both. Row house, twins, what's the word, by themselves, but plenty of land, lawn mowing. I like that type of stuff. I saw myself moving into a property with a garage, with some land, with some grass and trees and everything, and not necessarily another row house.
Right.
That was going to be my next move.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I do.
Huge yard on Martha Street. No neighbors behind you. Trees.
Ooh.
We'll look at all the collective. Wait, do it again. Ooh. We will talk, everyone. I will be.
Martha Street.
We'll live vicariously through me,
That's
everyone.
Manuel's Martha Street.
I went to Martha Washington Elementary
high
School.
school,
My
yes.
grandmother's name was Martha Glenn. So look at y'all with the
Come on.
Look at God. Look at y'all.
It's meant to be.
Look at this is. I feel like this is like.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Y'all ganged up on me. Good job by you, Sarah. Good job.
215-227-2727, or you could be listening to us and watching us on YouTube Live, My Philly Lawyers feed. Let's talk to Eva, line 5.
Morning, Eva.
Eva's gone. Yeah.
Come on, call back, Eva. Call back.
How about Mia on line 4? Mia?
Hello.
Hey, Mia.
Yes, hi. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you believe this real estate deal that Sean's got going for everybody? I mean,
I can't. I absolutely cannot believe it, and I jotted down everything that Sean said. I'm going to pass it along to my daughters, and I might even apply myself. Come to think of it.
yeah, it sounds unbelievable. Like, you know, for no money down, you can be in a house for less than it costs to rent a place. That's a lot.
Rent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you're building generational wealth.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So Mia, what brings you to the show today?
Okay. Well, my issue, it isn't regarding the real estate or anything. I have an adult daughter who has been the victim of, I don't know if I can say it on the radio, but revenge. If you get
Retribution?
where I'm going with this.
Revenge porn?
No. Yes.
Yeah,
Revenge.
I think that
yeah.
the FCC allows revenge porn. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'd like to know is what recourse does she have? And it doesn't have to be compensation, or anything like that, but this has caused a huge problem for her: anxiety, embarrassment, depression. Like, she's really going through it. And I just like, because that's illegal, right?
Yes.
The person took
in Pennsylvania, Mia, in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania statute 18 PACS 3131 is Pennsylvania's unlawful dissemination of intimate images. And the law criminalizes the distribution of images that are not yours to distribute. And so I don't know, in what city that, where this person lives who did this to your daughter, but she certainly is subject to criminal prosecution.
Absolutely.
And so your daughter, if she wishes, now she may not, but if she wishes, she could get in touch with the district attorney's office for the county in which this other woman lives, and she can report it, and she can see if they are interested in pursuing a claim for her.
Right. Okay, because I will say that the image or the video was sent to my daughter's workplace.
Ooh. Yeah.
And
that's horrible. That's horrible.
It is.
Well,
I,
like I said, and because the consequences could be substantial, maybe you will interest the district attorney in pursuing this claim. Sounds like this is exactly what the statute is intended to prevent.
This happened in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Mia?
Okay. Well,
Did it
happen in Philadelphia?
Oh, it happened in Philadelphia. And we're residents of Philadelphia, but the other person is not, from what I understand.
But it's subjected to Philadelphia district attorney is the point I'm trying to make.
It's possible Philadelphia or the county in which the woman resides. Mia, thanks for calling Court Radio.
Thank you.
Tell your daughter I send my regards.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys.
Be well. 215-227-2727. If you've got a legal issue or problem, today is the day to give us a call. We got Sean Conroy, realtor in Philadelphia, on the show today.
The official ambush show.
Yeah. He's got Turn the Key program, which allows first-time home buyers or those who have not owned a home for more than 3 years to get into this program where they can get a brand new, recently built home in neighborhoods in the city of Philadelphia that would have cost them $280,000. That, by the way, blows me away. I lived at 6282 Souter Street. When my parents bought that house, it was $10,000. Okay, and then when my dad died and my mom moved out, I think we sold it for $60,000. That was like 30.
That was a big deal.
That was like 30 some years after they bought it, or maybe even 40.
Yeah.
60 it got up to. You're telling me these row houses in Philadelphia are 280 G's?
No, they're more usually.
Oh my Lord.
This is what I sense, knowing the city the way I do. You said the mayor is really gung-ho about this program, and she's serious about building neighborhoods. So I would suggest to all of you who apply, and I sense this is going to be the thing, I hope it's going to be the thing, city services are going to pay extra good attention to these new areas because they're going to make sure this thing works. So your trash is probably going to get picked up. Your call is probably going to get answers when you have a problem. Your light's probably going to get fixed. All that stuff is more than likely, you're going to get more attention than the average neighborhood. Maybe it's not fair, but I just know how these things go. So, and that's another thing that you may be able to look at. Another kudos.
Some houses could be more than 280. I mean, in this program, is that correct? Or is that the maximum value of the house?
That's usually the max, 280.
Okay.
280.
So they're not building, you talked about, I thought you talked about in the beginning of the show 580, but that was the credit score, not 580 in mortgages?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
Correct.
gotcha.
Correct.
I think that, being able to just be in a brand new house, that's kind of a nice thing. It kind of, yes, I understand you got to deal with neighbors, but having a house brand new appliances, brand new stove.
Can't beat it.
I mean, that feels nice.
Nothing's like brand new. I've been there. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Somebody just handed me a note. And we'll pass
Get
this
out
on.
get out of jail.
Okay, yeah. People are handing me notes about the show and not to get out of jail. But
Okay. So the brand new house in Philadelphia that costs $280,000, you can get into it for less than $2,000. You can have a credit score of 580 at a minimum. A little better is better, but it's not hard to have a better credit score than 580. I mean, I can understand 700 might be something that somebody has to work a long time to get, but to get a credit score of 600 or 620 seems like you should be able to do that fairly quickly. Even if it's below that, making some corrective maneuvers.
you're saying folks who have bad credit now that you can repair it. It can be repaired these days.
Yes, I mean, what do you think about that, Sean?
Yeah, if you have a lower credit score, so part of the program too is you have to work with banks that are approved by the city for this program.
Okay.
And excuse me. And I have banks that are in the program, mortgage lenders, that also will help you with some credit repair. Give you a clear path of what you need to do to get to that 620 or 580, whatever.
I remember that when I went back in the day when I was in the low in the high 500s. I was told to make certain payments, pay off certain things. I was carrying my lunch to work. I was saving my pennies.
You hunkered down, disciplined
I
yourself.
did for about 6 months, and in that 6 month time, I made some changes that my credit score went up like almost 75 points. It's not hard to do that. In the time that you're working to get into this program, uploading your documents and going to your counseling, you could be making some moves that improve your credit score drastically.
And it's
100%.
worth it in the end.
Oh, for sure. It's worth it to hear you're approved.
Always a good. Yeah, that is.
You're approved. You're kidding me, right?
That's
No.
always the first. What?
Yeah,
it is. The first.
You're approved, and then you start to see things moving like quickly. Like okay, we're going to go to settlement in 30 days, and it's all about just making little corrections to your lifestyle.
Dean, what would Jack say?
Jack would say, Dean, you've made it harder on me than it needed to be because I would throw him curveballs by not making a payment on a credit card 30 days before I got into a house. And my credit score would drop. See, that's the thing. There is a cause and effect to credit score. And so, yeah, you don't make a payment and you're late for 30 days, one time on one thing, your credit score is going to get a ding. You're going to go down 25, 30 points. By the same token, if you do make those payments on time for a few months, boom, 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 your credit score is popping back up again. So there's cause and effect. You're not anonymous. You got to make these like lifestyle changes. 215-227-2727. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We got to let the sponsors have their way with you.
Online. Since you,
I think we just need to mention again the 15 and the 20-year thing.
it's for who? It's
Loan
really for
dissipation.
Sean.
If you decide to leave in 3 or 4 years, you can do what you want to do, but you got to pay it back.
Oh, do you have to pay
it
for
back.
an
The
inspection?
$85,000 on.
Since the house is
mention
new.
that again, and mention the website and the number again.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that?
2 questions while we
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
break.
Yep.
I think that's best.
What is it? It's since it's new, do you have to pay for inspection?
You don't have to, but I would always recommend it.
And
Oh, but there is a warranty.
There's a 1 year. There's a 1 year builder warranty. There's a 15-year
the appliance,
warranty with ours.
central air or anything? I don't know.
All
but-
central air. Yeah.
All central air.
Central air. All electric properties are all.
we still on
all
YouTube?
Electric, high energy.
All right, if
stars.
there's a house to get, damn it, I'm going to get the best one available. You understand?
Why not? Of course.
We're going to shop, my friend.
He's got you on Martha Street.
I might
He
as well
knows
do
what
it.
the best house
Well,
is.
we'll see, Martha.
Clifford Strawberry Mansion, right off of Kelly Drive.
Sanders, I like those glasses, brother.
Thank you.
Right off of Kelly Drive. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. We'll see. Look at you looking at me like, damn it, you better, man. Are you going to hit me if I don't do this? Are we going to fight, bro? I feel like you're going to do it. I feel like any man's going to go, what are you doing?
I feel the fear.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Yep.
Gene, it's funny. You're funny. All of y'all. And you would say what the dude.
I mean, the signs are there. 5 seconds. Here we go.
Good morning and welcome back. I am Dean Weitzman, your host at Court Radio, right here on 100.3 WRNB.
And Classics 107.9.
And now, live on YouTube. Get on the My Philly Lawyer YouTube channel, sign up, become a member. You'll get free gifts.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You get rides in the cars that Dean's driving that day. I pick people up on my way to work. I bring them around. No, I just lied about all that.
I will say this. When we do our live events, man, you have the best gifts.
We're going to do a live event coming up on June 21st. I mean, thank you for the segue.
There you go. That's why they pay me the big bucks, y'all.
June 21st, we're doing a live radio show right here in studio. If you want tickets to go, you got to give us an email to Dean at MyPhillyLawyer, and I will pass it on to Sarah, and we'll get you hooked up. Free breakfast. Possibility of gifts coming your way.
I'll even throw a caveat. If you play golf, come to the driving range. First bucket of balls free on me.
There you go. Manny Manuel's jumping on the bandwagon.
There you go.
June 21st, right here in studio, 9 a.m. If you want to be a part of that, give us an email, Dean at MyPhillyLawyer. And we have Sean Conroy, realtor to the stars of Philadelphia, who's selling properties in the city of Philadelphia through a program called Turn the Key. How do people get in touch with Turn the Key and you?
They can call me or text me at 215-479-3021. Again, call, text. If you want to know more about the program, you can go on the website, the www.phdcphil.org. That's www.phdcphila.org, or better yet, just call me or text me, 215-479-3021.
All right, and Sean can get you into a house for less than $2,000 down, even if your credit score is in the toilet.
You gave your cell phone number too, didn't you?
That's my personal cell phone number.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
If your credit score is in the toilet, you got no money, you got nothing, he's getting you into a house. This house is brand new, brand spanking new.
Somewhere in this city, there's a homeless person right now that's going to be in a house in 6 months to a year, I guarantee you.
Wow, that really is amazing.
I bet you it'll happen.
All right, and let's see, what else? We have one last question from the YouTube Live family of listeners. Sean, if this is a brand new home, do you still have to pay for a home inspection before you buy it?
You do not have to, but I would always recommend getting a home inspection. Okay. Always. Home inspection is about $425. It's not that bad of an investment to check what you're buying.
It's the money you're saving on the down payment, man.
Yeah, well, when he says, I don't know if this is true or not, when you say you can get into the house for $2,000 or less, is that closing costs and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your closing cost.
Come on.
Wow.
Come
That's
on.
unbelievable.
Look at the look on your face, Samson. My God.
I did
Closing
not pay
costs
less
and
than
everything.
$2,000.
Stop looking at me like you're about to smack me upside my head if I don't do this.
And
I
he's got a property is that place that you talked about on Clifford Street.
Why do you keep saying that,
Is
man?
that up? Is that ready to go, or are they building it now?
Those are being built now. We'll be able to show them probably in about a month.
So he can actually, Manuel, my assistant co-host on this show, he can go look at it being built
now daily and say, that's my house. I'm going to get that one. That's the one I want.
Wow. That's really...
I'm going to let y'all know, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this.
We're going to stay on top of Manuel,
for
ladies
Gicks and
gentlemen.
Shiggles, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Manuel, I will go with you.
You
for
coming,
the first
Samson?
walk and accountability.
All right, we're going to do this.
There you
go. We're doing this.
He bought a house from one of my team members.
He did?
I did.
Wow.
Look at
I
you
did,
not
yeah.
telling
You
anybody,
need a
man.
microphone.
Well, I wasn't. I wish I took part in this program, but you know, it's a
What did
great
it co-
opportunity. Please do
That's
it.
why you
What
keep
did it
looking at me
cost-
like that.
What did it cost you?
Not
Not $2,000?
not $2,000.
But
I think I remember that.
closer to 10, but it was my first home, but I didn't get a house in Philadelphia, so that's a big difference there. But I mean, this is a great.
But hearing what
opportunity,
you're hearing
Monroe.
now, if you had known then, you would have done this.
Yes, is this
definitely.
retro? Is it retroactive? And does it have to be Philadelphia? What if it's like one of the outlying counties?
Has to be Philadelphia.
Okay,
I
all right.
bet you if this takes off and is successful, I could see some collar communities thinking about doing this because there's
yeah.
some neighborhoods in
Yeah.
in Delaware County and Chester County that I think would benefit from this.
It's the best first-time home buyer program in the country. The Biden Harris administration reached out to Philadelphia about it.
Wow.
Say it again. Who did? Which administration did that? Which? Before another one takes credit for it.
Okay, so folks, we're out of time. We'll see you next Saturday, same time, same place.
Oh, we're still on YouTube.
We
YouTube.
are.
We still on.
We're still on YouTube
All right,
Live.
so I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk, Samson. We're gonna walk through this thing. I'm telling you all of you, if there is the best house on this list,
I'm going to get it. So y'all better all come down. Y'all better get down now.
Listen, I got my housewarming gift ready to
You
go.
ready?
Yeah.
Does it have keys for
For
the garage? any used you got? I'll take it.
Okay.
For the garage.
There will be a very nice housewarming gift.
I'm going to do this, man.
if you get this house.
I got to feel I'm going to
and
find
just
one
think
that I
about,
like.
weekend, summertime barbecue parties.
You're
Nobody,
gonna schlep and come on down from
Oh,
your high
I'm-
lofted.
yeah, I'm coming
hang
down.
with the.
yeah. Absolutely.
All right, you guys heard him. We all heard him, and Dean keeps his word. I will say this about.
All
you.
right, guys. YouTube Live, thank you. You are our first YouTube Live audience.
And thanks.
And I hope not our last. Keep coming back. We'll have special projects and special gifts and special programs just for the YouTube Live community. Thanks so much. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
that was beautiful, guys.
Tell you what, we are so